The California legislature is working on bills to end special court treatment for juvenile offenders involved in serious crimes. One proposal would send 16 and 17-year-olds to adult prisons instead of juvenile homes. From Los Angeles, Harold Dow reports on the growth of teen gangs and their role in a rising crime rate.
No one knows exactly how many gang members there are around Los Angeles. It's hard to separate the occasional hangers-on from the hardcore. But one estimate says there are 30,000 in all, the members anywhere from 55 to 12 years old.
They like the youngsters, 12, 13, 14. Like, they want to be big shots, back off in the old days, like Al Capone, Pretty Boy Floyd and them, see.
There are black gangs, white gangs, Chicano gangs, Oriental gangs. They organize by neighborhoods, much like the gangs of old. But today, they're armed, packing pieces, guns.
Everybody's, got to pack to survive nowadays. Ain't none of this, gonna meet on the street and just go toe-to-toe. That's, that's very seldom, It gets to where you've got to use a piece, It's either you kill or get killed, He
got in a hassle, the guy he got in a hassle with died. He pleaded guilty to it, he stabbed him 2 times, and he died.
The violence, gangs against gangs, gangs against the community at large, has reached such proportions that even gang leaders agree it's out of hand. This is a meeting of 5 rival gangs held secretly to keep the police away because some of the members are on the run, and secret, too, to keep still other enemy gangs from shooting the place up. The meeting is tense, the members heavily armed. The goal is to iron out grievances against other gangs, against the police, before the shooting starts.
101.
Police, too, are trying to channel gang members into constructive activities. But the records show a steady rise in juvenile crime. By one study, 45% of all felony arrests in Los Angeles County involved youngsters under 18. And frustrated police charge that the courts are letting youngsters with arrest records a yard long off too easily.
This is one fellow, okay? Missing, burglary, runaway, theft, theft, curfew, runaway, theft, burglary, theft, theft, burglary, theft, burglary, theft, 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 burglary, theft, burglary, attempt burglary, theft, robbery, burglary, curfew, joyriding, theft, joyriding, curfew, robbery, runaway, burglary, stolen car, curfew, curfew, burglary, theft, curfew, 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 theft, theft, joyriding, robbery, tampering, joyriding, curfew, curfew, gang activities, burglary, trespassing on the school, burglary, robbery, disturbing the peace, possession of marijuana, carrying a concealed weapon, joyriding, joyriding, robbery. He's still on the street. That's crazy.
Well, it is a fact when we're dealing with juveniles, even some serious offenders, that they'll go to the youth authority and we know that they'll be back on the street in 18 months or 20 months, and that's not very long. But the remedy to that problem is to say that we are going to abandon, with regard to youth, our attempts at rehabilitation and simply warehouse them, just lock them up and throw the key away. Well, society hasn't been moving in that direction. I think the movement has been quite the contrary.
The schools are making some efforts towards rehabilitating problem cases. This is a special last chance program to try to salvage a few of the worst troublemakers in the schools, some of them gang members, in trouble repeatedly for everything from threatening teachers to trying to burn down school buildings. But for every student in such a limited program, there are scores of others on the streets, already thrown out of school, running with the gang, with no job prospects, especially if there's a police record.
I've been in and out of jail ever since about 61 and all that, and I just ain't got no opportunity. First thing you got to do, you got to write down in that application you've been in the slammer, and then when they find that out, you're dead.
And increasingly, with illegal guns readily available, gang membership literally means death. More than 100 gang-related killings around Los Angeles last year.
A bullet will kill anything. It's been doing it for years since they made the first gun. That started the whole thing. They have legalized wars. This might be what you call an unlegalized war.
Harold Dow, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Timothy Leary, the one-time Harvard psychologist and drug cult guru, will be a free man in June. The Federal Parole Board today voted to free the 55-year-old Leary, who has served 3.5 years of a 10-year sentence on drug charges. Former friends have accused Leary of turning government informant in exchange for parole. 76 pilots